So we're talking about process praise, and we're talking about tips on how we can increase our process praise in the work, more so than telling folks that they're great, they're awesome, they're smart. We want to give them detailed praise so that we can motivate them to have a growth mindset. So the first tip is notice how your staff likes to be recognized. Notice what they do the most, that they're the most proud of. What is that thing that your staff likes to be recognized for? So for me, I like to be recognized for my facilitation technique. And there are folks that know this about me. So after I finish a facilitation, there are folks who will give me process praise and say, I noticed that you spent a lot of time making sure that your audience understood the content that you were saying. So the process praise is more about what is it about my facilitation that was really done well. And in essence, I get that feedback and I'm like, yes, this is great. I did that well. So I'm going to make sure that I continue to do that well. And I'm going to look for that praise again. As much as we don't want to admit it, we want that praise from folks. We want to hear the specifics. But if you notice this in your staff, what is it that your staff is doing well, and praise them for it specifically. And again, the process praise is something very specific. So if you say, oh, wow, your facilitation was great, that's nice. But if you say, I really like the way you laid out XYZ concepts because it made it easier to understand. Also, you were funny, which made it easier to connect with people. And I saw folks really connecting with you. So this is how you did that facilitation well. I'm going to take that in because I believe that you care about the work that I've done because you were able to spot the very specific things about it. I feel seen, trust is built, and we can have greater dialogue. So now when the time comes and I need critical feedback, I'm more likely to take critical feedback from someone who notices the specifics of what I've done well. The next thing is practice giving detailed feedback. You must practice this because if you haven't done it before, the first time you do it, it's going to sound really weird and crazy coming out of your mouth. So you want to practice in low stakes situations, like if you're talking to a younger sibling or younger family member or your own sibling or a friend, someone where the stakes are really low and you can say, hey, I really like the shirt that you're wearing because it has all of these colors in it that make me happy. Wow, you must have really searched high and low to find a shirt like that. And you might not nail it on the first try, which is why you must practice this. The more you practice, the more you will get better at this. And then you can raise the stakes in having a conversation with someone at work or maybe even on the street where you're giving detailed praise, finding something very specific about what this person did that was detailed, and to really let them know that you appreciate the effort that they put into whatever task that was, or the skill that it took in order to complete this thing, have this thing, whatever it is. But being detailed and practicing the detailed bits of your praise is what's gonna get you there. And finally, schedule and note those times that you provide process praise. If you schedule these times to provide process praise, this kind of helps you to build the habit of it. Because remember, this might not be something that you do often. So as you're kind of like trying this thing out, as you are practicing it, you want to get to the point where you then schedule these deliberate times. A great time is during someone's review, right? And that might be built in. But whenever someone has to hand in a report or provide a task or do a job or project, it's important to be able to think, well, how can I give this person detailed feedback? Something that you're going to have to really schedule and notice when you do, so that it happens. And you want to do it as often as you can, and not like every single solitary day. If it gets to be too much, then nobody really kind of believes you, right? If every single moment of the day you're giving this process praise. But if maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and depending on the projects, if you get projects every day, then fine. You can do that process praise every day, but you just want to be authentic and specific. So really think about, what are the things that I can praise this person on that they did really, really well? And then to notice that. You might want to keep a log. I know this sounds weird and wonky, but until you start doing it regularly, it will be important for you to notice, when are those times that I'm engaging in this process praise? Am I authentic? And how often is this happening? Because this is how you build trust, and this is how you build people. So by you engaging in this process praise, again, folks then say, oh wow, you really think that I do that thing well? Well, where else can I do that thing well? The next project that I work on, I'm going to be systematic or organized, or whatever the praise was. Then your staff will then want to rise to that occasion. So the next time you think about encouraging a growth mindset for your staff, think about process praise, and think about how you want to incorporate that in your regular daily occurrences.